before I met her. When I look back in the rear, people said I have rebel diarrhea. They called me an a-hole right till I met her. That's why I called her my sphincter. Damn, I really, really miss her. But no more grayish, it's all black and white. Indeed, she was my muse to write. Didn't want to lose her, so I held on super tight. But we were drowning, in need of a shipwright. Couldn't really tell my left from my right. She was my light in the day and at night. She stopped doing wrong and chose right. That's right, she inspired me to be better. Right before I met her, I was caught up in all the glitz and glamour. Wasn't even really close with my mama. She's the one that got away just cause. Was always fooling around with my cuz. And I couldn't keep up with the drama. Newton's third law, maybe this is my karma. Takotsubi syndrome, thought it was a murmur. Damn, missing my partner in crime. You ever met the right person at the wrong time? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all your hard efforts ain't even worth a dime. At the time, didn't know I moved faster than Buster. Left the fast lane right at my prime. Yo. Damn, that rhymes. Yo. Right before I met her, thought love was but a game. Man, that was bold. To the guys, being a player was the goal and the gold. I was cold and naive. Now we're old, truth be told. Took time to know her, but at first glance I was sold. Days to grow together, curb whatever may unfold. If not, then what's the point? What's the aim? I'd be really lame if I said she's solely to blame. I'm to blame for thinking she tried to tame. Cause ain't got no riches, ain't got no fame. We were broken, yet I didn't try to fix her. I was broke and didn't even have a cent. Love is in the air. Damn, that's a foul scent. Smells like diapers or Lerato's silent farts. Love's an art, and I'm glad I played my part. Things fell apart, glad I never broke her heart. When I look in the rear, she's really the first person I held so dear. Every time apart, wishing she was near. Didn't want to lose her, couldn't face that fear. Times of trouble, always gave her my ear. Her voice, the sweetest sound I could ever hear. She was younger, yet I treated her like my peer. She was down to earth, yet I was up there. I put up a front, yeah, all is not as it may appear. In my fields, went ghost, shabalala, disappear. Yes. Right before I met her, thought I was perfect in love, but I read Corinthians. Felt as if I was forcing me on her. I was wrong. Kept a record of wrongdoings. Man, was I wrong? Put myself first. Couldn't put up. Was I wrong? Always looked back and eventually gave up. Gave in to insecurities. Yeah, I messed up. Lord knows my cries and says love never dies. David says it's unfailing. How exquisite. She was seeking him and I was competing. Felt inadequate, like her life I wasn't completing. Self-righteous of my fidelity, she left. How fitting. Thought she was out, sorry. Indeed, she was my muse to write, sorry, let me just go back. Times of trouble, always gave her my ear. Her voice, the sweetest sound I could ever hear. Lord knows my cries and says, love never dies. David says, it's unfailing, how exquisite. She was seeking him and I was competing. Felt inadequate, like her life I wasn't completing. Self-righteous of my fidelity, she left. How fitting. Thought she was my other half, supposedly completes me. Only Yahweh makes us whole. He completes me. No other love competes. Agape. When I look in the mirror, it wasn't all doom and gloom, but we hit a storm. Fear and insecurities had me losing my form. My past had me forgetting where we come from. We were drowning and ignored him who walks on water, the only one who can transform. Yeah, I'd be lame if I said she's solely to blame. We were broken vessels, needed Christ Kintsugi. Farewell, my love. What a pleasure it's been, truly. Our love story so modern. Took an L, not theatrics. Anticipated, inevitable, anticlimax ending, how poetic. Cheers to those who said it would end in tears, how prophetic. Matter of fact, how pathetic. Kept it civil, no fairy tales, real diplomatic.